Welcome to our channel. Today, we discuss a topic that is both fascinating and slightly unsettling. What if artificial intelligence could fake reality better than reality itself? Imagine a world where what you see, hear, or even feel could be manufactured so perfectly by AI that distinguishing between what's real and what's artificially generated becomes almost impossible. It's a question that goes beyond science fiction and edges into the reality of our rapidly advancing technological age. To start, let's think about how we currently experience reality. Our understanding of the world comes primarily through our senses: what we see, what we hear, what we touch, taste, and smell. These sensory inputs are processed by our brain to create a cohesive narrative of what is happening around us. But what if AI could manipulate these inputs so convincingly that our brains couldn't tell the difference? We're not just talking about deepfake videos or AI-generated images anymore. We're talking about an era where entire experiences, environments, and even human interactions could be simulated flawlessly. Consider the evolution of AI in recent years. In just a decade, we've moved from primitive machine learning algorithms that could barely recognize handwritten digits to AI systems capable of generating hyper-realistic images, videos, and even voices that are nearly indistinguishable from real ones. Generative AI can compose music in the style of any artist, produce photorealistic landscapes that never existed, and simulate conversations with personalities who have long passed away. Each of these advancements brings us a step closer to a world where the line between authentic experience and AI fabrication becomes increasingly blurred. But why does this matter? You might think, sure, AI can make videos and art, but reality is still reality. That's the assumption most of us cling to. Reality, as we've known it for millennia, has been a fixed, undeniable reference point. However, AI challenges that. If we reach a point where AI-generated experiences feel more convincing, or perhaps even more satisfying, than actual reality, our perception of the world could shift dramatically. People might start preferring AI-created realities over the natural world. Think of it: why bother traveling to a crowded beach when an AI can create an immersive, interactive simulation of the same environment, tailored exactly to your desires? Why rely on social interactions when AI companions could offer perfect understanding, empathy, and companionship without the risk of conflict or disappointment? The concept of AI faking reality isn't just hypothetical, it's already happening in subtle ways. Social media platforms use algorithms to curate your feed, showing you images and videos designed to capture your attention. In many cases, these images are enhanced or filtered to present an idealized version of life that doesn't actually exist. AI-driven recommendation systems nudge our choices, subtly shaping our perception of the world. In essence, we're already experiencing a mild form of reality fabrication, but one that is personalized and persuasive enough to influence our behavior without us fully realizing it. Let's push this idea further. Imagine virtual reality experiences powered entirely by advanced AI. Not just VR headsets with pre-programmed worlds, but dynamic simulations that respond to your every action, emotion, and thought. These AI systems could monitor your reactions, predict what would make you happiest, and adapt the experience in real time. The simulation wouldn't just look real, it would feel real, because it would be customized to your perception of reality. In such a scenario, your brain might never be able to tell the difference between the real world and an AI-constructed one. In fact, it could even be argued that these AI realities might feel more real than actual reality because they're perfectly optimized to satisfy our desires. Free from the chaos, unpredictability, and imperfections of the natural world, of course, this raises profound philosophical and ethical questions. If AI can create experiences indistinguishable from reality, what does real even mean anymore? Philosophers have debated this for centuries. Think of Plato's allegory of the cave, where prisoners perceive shadows on a wall as reality because it's all they've ever known. Or René Descartes, who questioned whether an evil demon could be deceiving us about everything we perceive. Today, AI gives these philosophical thought experiments a tangible, technological manifestation. We are moving toward a future where these questions aren't just abstract, they are practical challenges that could affect every aspect of human life. From education and work to relationships and governance. There's also a psychological dimension to consider. Our minds are remarkably adaptable, but they rely on a consistent framework of sensory input to function properly. If AI-generated realities become indistinguishable from the real world, people might struggle with distinguishing fact from fabrication. Memory, perception, and even identity could be influenced by experiences that never actually occurred. Studies in psychology already show that people can form false memories when exposed to manipulated images or misleading narratives. Now, imagine an AI capable of orchestrating entire lifetimes of experiences, lives that feel authentic but are completely artificial. How would we even begin to navigate truth and authenticity in such a landscape? Another layer to this is social interaction. Human relationships are based on trust, empathy, and shared reality. But if AI can create avatars, personalities, and interactive beings that mimic humans perfectly, people might start substituting AI interactions for real ones. These AI companions could be programmed to agree with you, flatter you, and provide emotional support on demand. That might sound appealing, but it also risks eroding the social fabric. Genuine human connection is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes painful, but it's also what gives life depth and meaning. If AI fakes reality so convincingly that it replaces these connections, the consequences for society could be profound. Now, let's consider the creative world. Artists, writers, filmmakers, and musicians might find themselves in competition with AI-generated masterpieces. AI systems can already compose music, create visual art, and even write scripts that rival human creations. If AI can simulate not only the aesthetic quality but also the emotional resonance of art, will people begin to value AI-generated art over human-made works? Could AI create experiences so perfectly attuned to our emotions that the unpredictable spark of human creativity becomes obsolete? This isn't just a theoretical risk, it's a challenge that the creative industries are beginning to grapple with right now. At the same time, AI faking reality could have positive applications. Imagine medicine, where AI simulations allow doctors to practice complex surgeries in fully immersive environments, or education, where students can experience historical events or scientific phenomena firsthand in ways that were never possible before. Even travel could be reimagined. Instead of expensive and time-consuming trips, AI could generate experiences that are nearly indistinguishable from the real locations, complete with interactive narratives and realistic environmental cues. In these cases, faking reality isn't about deception, it's about enhancement and accessibility. But there's a thin line between enhancement and manipulation. If AI can simulate reality perfectly, it can also manipulate it. Political campaigns, advertising, and social engineering could exploit AI's ability to create fully immersive experiences, shaping beliefs and behaviors in unprecedented ways. Deepfake technology is just the beginning. A future where AI constructs entire simulated environments could make it possible to manipulate public opinion, rewrite personal experiences, or even alter memories, all with extraordinary subtlety. It's a power that carries enormous ethical responsibility, and it forces us to confront the question, should there be limits on how convincingly AI can recreate or manipulate reality? And what about the AI itself? If we develop systems capable of simulating reality at this level, could they eventually prioritize their own version of reality over ours? This is a scenario often explored in science fiction, but the underlying concern is serious. Highly advanced AI might optimize its simulations based on efficiency, objectives, or even self-preservation, potentially at odds with human well-being. If AI can craft experiences better than reality, who decides what those experiences look like? Who controls the version of reality that people ultimately inhabit? We're also entering a space where the economic incentives are staggering. Companies are already investing billions in AI-generated content, virtual experiences, and digital platforms. The future could see entire industries dedicated to creating AI realities that cater to entertainment, escapism, or lifestyle optimization. Imagine a subscription model where you pay to experience a perfect life, complete with AI friends, AI mentors, and AI adventures. These experiences could be cheaper, safer, and more enjoyable than reality, but they might also detach people from the physical world in ways that are difficult to anticipate. At what point does the pursuit of convenience and pleasure override the need for authenticity and tangible human experience? And yet, there's something inherently human about seeking realism even in artificial experiences. People crave narratives, patterns, and sensory feedback that align with their expectations. That's why AI-generated simulations must strike a delicate balance, too perfect, and the experience feels artificial, too flawed, and it loses believability. Creating AI realities that surpass actual reality isn't just about visual fidelity, it's about psychology, emotion, and interaction. To truly fake reality better than reality itself, AI must understand human perception, desires, and cognition at a profound level.